Alright, here's another source for getting supplies on demand. If you didn't want to go into a big store like Home Depot, this is Ace Hardware. And I did not know that Ace Hardware has window cleaning stuff. Come here, check this out, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. See? Oh, snap. If you take a look at here, the angle is different in the channel. Oh, you know what? I've never seen a squeegee. See, it's $8 here. I never seen a squeegee. If y'all look closely, look. Look how different the angle is in the channel. It's angled more. But how is this closing off on a deep ledge? That's what I'm concerned about. But you see how that angle is? That's like one of the perfect angles I've seen in a while. I guess it's this handle that's making it have that angle. As you can see, the angle is a lot different on the handle itself. They have their own brand of squeegees, it looks like, which is pretty interesting for a hardware store, a smaller, private-owned hardware store. This almost looks like an Atori brass, but this their brand. You see the difference in price? $16 versus the silver one for $9. And then we have Unger products too. We got the brush, but there's no Unger squeegees. And the only reason why I came here because I was trying my luck with ammonia. Because y'all know I'm a big fan of ammonia. And I did not know they had all these cleaning products. But as I was looking, I said, oh, they don't have ammonia. But they do. They just don't have the size that I'm used to getting. So, I usually go to the dollar store and get a half gallon, right? Do you see the price on this? That's outrageous. $3 for this little bottle. And it's not even extra strength. Oh, well, it does say janitorial strength formula. I don't know what that means because I've never seen that, but I do know I have seen the industrial strength, extra strength ammonia. Well, who knows? This might be worth $3. I might have to use a little less. I don't know. But for something this small, it's kind of hard to believe they're selling it for $3. So guess what? I'm only getting one of these. Because I'm hearing a pinch. And they have my pine sol here. But they only have one kind. I don't even know the price on this. But I bet you, see, $2.59. I get it almost. I showed y'all, I guess it's like a half gallon. I got that for $3. No less than $3. And they're selling this one for $2.59. Yes, a little place like this is expensive. Even the barkeeper's friend, I get it for like $1.30 something. And here it's $2.39. So, yes, it's a little bit more, but you get better treatment here. But there you have it. There's my review. Squeegees in a pinch, ammonia in a pinch, other than going to a big store like Lowe's. Also, another little tip. These little mini scrapers come in handy for like little detailing stuff. You can keep in your shirt pocket. Like, cause if you wear a cotton shirt and you don't have pockets on your chest, that's different. But I always wear mine with a pocket. And I keep my razor blade. I'll show you the one I keep. I keep this one usually in my shirt, so I can grab it real easy. But this is my handheld one. But I do have, like, let's say you're working with let's say tempered glass, for instance. You would want to you won't want to go crazy scraping tempered glass because you could scratch in certain areas, and that's all due to not having a kosher blade for one thing, and also a lot of people, they get used to going back and forth, and that's usually not the way to do it unless it's only silicone. Then you can go back and forth because you'll have to. But in that case, I wouldn't even use the scraper on silicone because that's what the magic eraser comes into play, as long as it's not a heavy application. But I've used this many a times for that reason alone, because why? It's not wide enough and the blade is thin enough where you can concentrate on a specific area, because you don't have to scrape the whole window and start going crazy. You just use this on the spot and it's good. You know, that comes in handy. Using a regular razor blade for that size by itself without a container, your hands will get cramped up over time. So I don't use that like that. And also, I just want to give y'all another little tip. When you're doing construction cleanup, ceramic blades, I don't know if anyone you've ever heard about ceramic blades. They can be just as sharp, and that actually will reduce the amount of scratching on the glass when you have like cement and stuff. But here's another alternative. This is what they call a double edge plastic razor blade, which is good for getting cement off because it's less likely to scratch if you do it correctly and knock the chunks off. But then again, if you had the right solutions, you'll understand how to get cement off of windows, because they're cement off, and cement off actually, what it does, it solidifies the cement into a manageable form of removing it. So it kind of like softens it up. It's hard to explain. If you ever used it before, you would understand what I'm talking about. Some of you that's watching this video already know about cement off, but if you didn't have it, if you want to be extra careful, matter of fact, I'm getting some of these, as a matter of fact, because let's say you got a small area and you want to use a razor blade on tint, which you should never do. You use this on tint, you can get a lot of stuff off. Let's say some fool who don't know any better. You should never put tape and hang up like signs or posters on tint anyway. Painter's tape would probably be ideal because you could pull that off without a residue being left behind. But see, they don't think of this. When it comes time to taking the sign off, you have tape residue left behind, and it's almost impossible to use anything to remove it. So you got to kind of use your fingernail, pick at it, but not with this. You can get it started with this. Grab the lip of the tape and get it started. After you never do it dry. You always lubricate it so it has some kind of a slickness to get it started. Then you can pull it down with the rest. That's what these are good for. So I'm going to get some of these too. Another little tip. They even have a pooper scooper for those who are into pest waste removal. I see a lot of the guys that's cleaning windows, they're starting to get into that. You see, something like that. You add that to your service, and believe it or not, those guys is making good money and picking up shit. Excuse my French, picking up poop. You know, hey man, call it what you will. It's all money nonetheless. You know, shoot, I'll pick up a human's poop as long as I'm making good money. You know what I mean? It's a shitty job, but somebody got to do it, right? Okay, and then we have a bucket bob type squeegee. Now, I've seen a fool, in my travels a long time ago, I seen a fool using something like this. I mean, talk about Johnny come lately. Whew, man. You know, in my travels, I done seen it all. But hey, to each his own. If that works for you, then so be it. We also have a natural sea sponge, which is something I don't see at Home Depot. Or maybe it is in there. I just never looked for it. But this is good for outside ledges. Well, inside too. But I used to use these a long time ago. Maybe I should get it and start them again. But in the past, is my experience, I actually misplaced these over time. Because it's small, you know. And I leave rags or lose rags, and this is a little too expensive to just be leaving or forgetting about it. You know, you know what? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna see how this thing works. It's been a long time since I used one. All right, then we have the bronze wool. You got medium, fine, and coarse, but I'm gonna get the coarse. I mean the fine. I have the bronze wool pad, but this will come in handy for some things. Yeah. So you see the price is $7, but these don't rust out like the steel wool kinds. Okay, I just got out the store, and this is the last part of this video. As you can see, I know some of you have used these before, but with the metal ones, there's a little button you can push down, and it'll release this blade. Well, you see there's a different kind. God damn! All that noise. But there's a different one for the metal ones, and then there's one for a plastic one. This just so happens to have one in there that I could use. But if you notice, it's a different kind. It's a different color, but it's still double-sided nonetheless, which for a plastic scraper is good. And you see I got spare blades, so I'm going to give one for my worker and keep one for myself. That way, we bug shit that don't come off on tint. You can't take no steel wool. Even a magic eraser would actually dull the surface of the tint out. But this wouldn't. And you could get bug poo using this. So I hope y'all enjoyed this little tip. Get these. I recommend getting these because these will come in handy for sure.